Alright, so welcome to this Let's Play of Resident Evil 2 Classic in 2026 on my PlayStation 5 Pro. So I figured, why not? Let's play this awesome classic game on modern hardware. Got it for a good price. And what's awesome about this emulated version is it has like a slick rewind feature, which I will be taking advantage of just in case something wrong happens, but I don't think I'll need it for these classics. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, let's get into it. Resident Evil 2. Oh, and also, before we start, this is going to be a full canon playthrough. I will be starting with Leon A scenario, and then moving into Claire B for the final true ending.
Resident Evil 2.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
What have we got here?
That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Mess. What could have done this? What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move! Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit. I'm running out of ammo here.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
Going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
You okay?
Still in one piece.
That maniac's gonna ram us! Run!
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
They were parted by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. Okay, so here we go. We're street side now with Leon. And I'll just say right off the bat, the controls feel really good. Very responsive. Much better than the PC version, I would say. And let's head on into Kendo. Which, by the way, Capcom did an incredible job remaking him in the remake, which I will be probably playing a little bit later as well.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
I really like how Kendo just decided to lock the door after Leon just walked in. He should have done that to begin with. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to grab the handgun bullets. So if you want to get the secret costume, the requirements is you must not pick up any items on the way to RPD. We're not going to do that here. So I'm going to grab the ammo, and we're going to take care of all these zombies that just crashed through the front window and killed Kendo. A lot of zombies here. And we're going to be taking advantage of the hit scan aiming. I think that's what it's called. And notice I have to actually aim in this. And by aim, just make sure that I'm facing the zombie directly. Because in this version of Resident Evil 2 Classic, there is no auto-aim, where Leon or Claire will automatically swing in the direction of the zombie, which is pretty nice. I like that. Makes it feel more authentic. Pretty terrifying music. I like it. And this one last zombie decided to come up, and we took care of him. Nothing useful here. So we're going to run over to Kendo. Unfortunately, he did not make it. He has stopped breathing. And we're going to loot the shotgun. The streets are no longer secure. That should just be a banner for 2026. Yeah, straight up. And if you listen closely, I took a screenshot on the PS5 for that one. Alright, so now we're in the back alley here. We can hear the shuffling of the zombies right there in the basketball court. They slammed the door open. We're gonna grab some ammo here. So one of the things about Resident Evil 2 compared to the first one is the character models. If you notice that after a certain amount of shots, the zombies will kind of bounce back. And you can see I tried to be slick here and run past the zombie as it was just kind of stunned. But I was a little too slow, but that's okay. And this section was faithfully remade in the RE2 remake. And we got Misty here. We call her Misty because she kind of looks like Misty from Pokemon. So I got lucky there. She was in a really good position. She was kind of towards the wall and facing it, so it allowed me to safely drop down and run past her. So here we are with another street segment. We got 4 guys grubbing on 1 cop. 4 people eating a pig, but hey, very, very relevant now. So we're gonna grab the handgun bullets here, and there is a zombie crawling on the floor. Unfortunately, the camera angle was too slow to change, or actually I was too slow. And because of that, because of the fixed camera angles, I wasn't able to see the position of the zombie, so I wasn't able to run past him because he got stunned. So it's all good there. And we're gonna run past all of these zombies here. There's 5 of them. 6 actually. Very clean, very clean. And now we finally made it to RPD. So what I like to do is I like to go down the stairs here, and this is where you would find Brad. Brad Vickers, if you did not grab any items, he would be there. And the reason why I walked down that alley is because I wanted to avoid those 2 zombies in that grass section. But because I grabbed items, Brad didn't spawn there, so I was able to just safely run through that alleyway. Because it would be reversed if I didn't grab any items. There would be no zombies in that grass area, so.
Oh, man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled. What happened? About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen. Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
And that's Mr. Marvin Branagh right there. He was the highest ranking officer in charge at RPD during the collapse. And if you want to learn more about him, I would recommend picking up Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 for PlayStation 2. It shows the backstory of what happened here before Leon showed up, Leon and Claire. So we're going to grab the key card here and we're going to use the computer to unlock the doors. No password needed. And a very 90s Macintosh style UI here, operating system. We got reception there, a nice box, storage box here, police memorandum. And that 2236 is going to be used for a safe later on to get some requisite items to progress into further phases into the game. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. That desk requires a small key, which is unique for Leon, and we have a licker that just walked across the window. In the RE2 remake, they did something similar too, where you are on the second floor. Up top, the licker just walks through the window the same way. And this shutter here is used if you want to close the shutters, similar to Code Veronica X or Code Veronica. You can close the shutters. But that's not really required in this game, especially if you know what you're doing. You don't need to do that stuff, but if you're going in blind, that's very useful. Here's the terrifying intro of the licker. And we're just gonna run past him. And the thing about the lickers is that's basically the final form of zombies. Like, after a while, zombies will then evolve into lickers, which is terrifying because there are, 8 billion people on the planet? I cannot imagine having 8 billion lickers. And you know how nature is. Nature will find a way. They would probably figure out in a way to reproduce, which is terrifying. So here we are here in the, I don't know what to call this room, RPD meeting room. So we're going to use the lighter here. Classic Resident Evil, classic 32-bit PlayStation Resident Evil puzzle loop here. You light something and something comes out with your lighter. So we got the red jewel. We're going to use that a little bit later. And over here, some additional handgun rounds. We're at 84, which is a really, really healthy amount. And I swear, that poster there, it looks like a young Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Which is pretty relevant, you know. Rest in peace, Mamba and his daughter. I still can't believe that happened 6 years ago, but gosh, like, I think Kobe was literally a rookie around 98. So we got a lot of zombies here. We got Misty here blocking my way. She unfortunately had to fucking leap, which then got the other guy to bite me. So I'm gonna go back into this corner here and just lay waste on the remaining zombies. The disadvantage of the fixed camera angles is you are unable to see the exact positions of the zombies. So you just have to rely on the hit scan aiming. Another disadvantage of not having the auto aim is in the classic Resident Evils that have the auto aim, you can kind of aim check because the player model will automatically aim to any zombie that is still alive, that has any form of HP tables left, regardless if it's in a down state or not. The character will swing over, and that will basically tell you, the player, that hey, one of these zombies is still alive. So it actually adds a layer of difficulty. So this is the room that you would get the costume if you did not pick up any items and you killed Brad for the key. In that locker room, that's where you would get the costume. And with Claire, she not only gets a costume, but she also gets a revolver, like a 6-shooter. which is pretty cool. So we're going to do some item management here. If you're familiar with the classic Resident Evils, this is pretty much a big part of the game, just arranging your stuff. Depending how bad your OCD is, you know, you could really organize it. I tend to organize my healing items above on the very top, and then items below. And for a second there, you saw that UI of the PlayStation 5 emulation, which allows you to rewind and save states and things like that. I just wish that Sony built trophies for this. I would literally platinum Resident Evil 2 if they did. I don't know why they didn't do that. They went through all of this stuff, all of this trouble to do the save states, the rewinds. There's even visual filters where you can set it to 4:3, square pixels, and even have scan lines, things like that. But it's like, guys, why didn't you just take it the extra mile and just put in some trophies? It could even be simple trophies like finish RPD, rescue blah blah blah, grab this, do that, you know? It didn't have to be anything crazy, but whatever. Maybe it's just more reason for Sony to remake this on PlayStation 6 and sell it back to us, right? So this is one of the first puzzles here. So basically you need to move these statues, the same statue assets that were in the first one, and make sure both faces face the center here. This puzzle is used in RE1 Classic and RE1 Remake, so very typical puzzle style here. So as you can see, the puzzle is solved and the red gem is released, but we are not going to grab that red gem because we do not need it right now. So in this hallway there are several zombies. We're just going to get rid of them. And the reason why is we're going to be running back and forth through this hallway quite a few times. So we're just going to get rid of them now so we don't have to deal with them. And we have tons of ammo, so we don't even have to worry. One cool thing that they added for RE2 is the player model like looks down at the zombies even if they're completely dead, which is really cool. In the original one, Jill and Chris just looked straight. It didn't even matter. Okay, so here we are. We are here in the STAR's office. We're going to pick up some items here. We have Chris's diary, because back then real men wrote in diaries. And we have the unicorn medal.
Leon!
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all. There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Here's a radio. Here's Chris's diary, because again, you know, back when real men wrote in diaries, journals, you know, we need to get back into that, because it's a great way to just kind of unload your thoughts, so you're not harboring that shit. So here we go, a picture of the STARS team right there. We got Jill, Chris, and all the guys there. And we're going to do the secret here. So if you examine this 50 times, you will get a special film negative that you can develop, and it's a picture of Rebecca. So it's like Captain Wesker.
I can't believe what is happening to this city.
Was peeping on Rebecca, freshly 18, and we can see by Chris's desk he has the Made in Heaven jacket, which is a alternate costume for beating the original Resident Evil. you get that costume. So now that we got the medallion, what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the main floor of the office, use the medallion to get the spade key. And that spade key will be used to open other doors in the RPD and progress us into further phases into this in the game. Because we got a lot of stuff to do here in RPD before we head on out. So we're going to put some stuff away, and we are actually going to develop this negative here. And there we go. Rebecca right there in her little short shorts and little sports bra. Wesker out here grooming. So the original Resident Evil 2 demo for PlayStation 1 pretty much ended around here, when we get the medallion and the keys and things like that. And we got those jazz hands there. You do not take any damage from that. So if anyone is playing this 20-plus-year-old game and wondering, you don't take any damage. So we're going to grab this green herb here. Leon's going to smoke that later, and we're going to walk. And when the liquor drops down, we're going to start running. The thing about liquors is they are completely blind. So that's why you just want to walk. Don't make any sudden movements, because the liquor will obviously aggro. And we're going to put away our green herb here. We're going to smoke that later, as it says no smoking right there in the red sign. And we're going to grab the spade key. Alright, so that concludes episode 1 of Return to Resident Evil 2. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.